I'm gonna be completely blunt and honest as I make this video. The reason that I've taken this long break is mostly because that I've been lazy, and I know that I've been long overdue for another video of any subject, so this video feels, well, appropriate to make now. So in this video, I'm gonna explain why I have been absent and what to expect in the future. Now, despite what my upload schedule says, I really do enjoy streaming and making videos for you guys, and I don't plan to stop making videos and streams anytime soon. However, the reason why I haven't been uploading at all is really because, well, making videos is really boring. Now, I'm not saying this to justify my absence, but I'm just saying this so that you guys understand why I've been taking breaks recently. Now, another reason why I've stopped posting regularly is because of my social life. Last year, let's just say I had less of a social life than I do now. Now, I'm not going to go into complete detail on my social life, I mean, obviously, but basically all you have to know is that I had more time on my hands last year than I do now. And actually, one of the main reasons that I made this channel is that my calendar would be more filled, and I had, well, another thing to do on the side. And, well, obviously, I really enjoy that hobby. That's why I'm making this video now. But my main point for this section is that I had a lot more time on my hands last year than I do this year. Now, I'm going to try and upload videos more often than I have, and of course, I want to stream every day for you guys, but it might take me a couple days or even a couple weeks to really get that schedule down, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to motivation, which is what I'm about to talk about. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard this before, maybe from other creators or even from your own experience, but when it comes to creating content, motivation is honestly the #1 thing that you have to have, no exceptions. Without motivation, everything feels 10 times harder. You don't feel excited to plan ideas, you don't feel inspired to record, and even the thought of editing can start to feel like a chore instead of something that you actually enjoy. And that's been my main struggle lately, a real lack of inspiration. When I first started YouTube, everything felt new and exciting, and I was genuinely inspired, especially by this other YouTuber called Bumblebee, who is amazing, by the way, no glaze. Like, seriously, if you haven't checked him out, you should, because his content is actually incredible. I mean, watching his videos made me think, I want to do that too. He had this energy and creativity that made, well, creating look so much fun, and that inspiration really pushed me to start my channel. Back then, I didn't have to force myself to make videos. The ideas just came naturally, and I genuinely had fun making videos. Again, no glaze to Bumblebee, but if you want to check him out, link in description. But as time went on and I kept making more and more videos and streams, that initial spark slowly started to fade. It wasn't that I stopped caring, it's just that it felt too repetitive. The excitement wasn't strong, and instead of feeling inspired, I sometimes felt bored or stuck. Creating content without motivation feels like trying to drive a car with no fuel. I mean, you can try, but you're not going to get very far. And that's really what happened. The lack of inspiration made it harder to show up consistently and put my full energy into what I was doing. However, don't get it twisted. I'm not quitting. I'm still going to keep making content for you guys. I just need to be honest about why things have been different lately. Motivation isn't something you can fake forever. And sometimes you have to step back, reset, and figure out what truly inspires you again. Now, with that being said, now I've explained the biggest reason behind the slowdown. Now, let me tell you the last reason why I haven't been uploading. Now, I'm sure you could have guessed this, but the final reason that I haven't been uploading is, well, Roblox just sucks now. I'm not even being extreme. Now, I never thought I would actually say that about my favorite game ever, because for the longest time, Roblox was the main game that I loved playing. I logged into it like every day. I remember playing Piggy when it first came out. Jailbreak was my favorite game on the platform, and it still is one of my favorite games of all time. Back then, it was just better. It was fun, it felt creative, and there were always new stuff that made me excited to log on. But recently, it just hasn't felt as enjoyable as it used to. Now, don't get me wrong, it obviously isn't any of the devs' fault. It is 100% Roblox's fault. Now, I'm not going to get into any of that. I mean, I'm sure you've heard all about what Roblox has been doing recently, but basically, I'm not having as much fun as I did before, at least not consistently, and that makes it really hard to build content around it. Of course, there's still been a few moments here and there where I've had fun. I mean, I'm not saying every single thing about Roblox is terrible. There are still some good games out there, and I have enjoyed stuff, for example, like The Forge and Bee Swarm. Those games actually feel creative and refreshing compared to everything else that's been trending lately, like the slop. But aside from those few exceptions, most of the popular games right now just don't interest me. Slop, again. For example, I really don't want to stream Steal a Brain Rot for 5 hours a day. I mean, I know it's popular, I know a lot of people are playing it, and I understand that, but I just don't enjoy it. And if I'm not enjoying what I'm playing, then that energy shows. The stream feels forced, the reactions aren't genuine, and it just turns into me going through motions instead of actually having fun with you guys. I don't want my content to feel like that. The bigger issue is that a lot of the new popular Roblox games feel way too repetitive. They follow similar formulas, similar mechanics, and similar trends. Brain rot. And after a while, it starts to feel like I'm playing the same game over and over and over again. I mean, just look at this. Escape tsunami from brain rots. Steal a brain rot. Blah, blah, blah. Brain rot, etc., etc. It just takes away the excitement. It's the same game with a different title. And without excitement, it becomes really hard to just press that record button and stream. So when I say Roblox kinda sucks now, I don't mean that in a dramatic way. I just mean that for me personally, it's lost most of the spark that it's used to have. And I think a lot of you guys can probably agree with that. The platform changes, trends come and go, and sometimes the games that blow up aren't the games that you actually enjoy playing. So at the end of the day, I don't want to upload a stream content that I'm not genuinely having fun with. Again, that makes the stream feel way too forced. I would rather take a little extra time to find something I truly enjoy than force myself to grind games I don't want to, just because they're popular. I mean, I got kinda close to that with Grow a Garden, but there were still a ton of times where I had genuine fun when I was playing that, especially towards the beginning. And yeah, those are pretty much all the main reasons that I haven't been uploading. Of course, there are still some smaller personal reasons mixed in there too, but I'm not going to get into those right now. Some things are just better kept private, and I hope you can respect that. What I really want to focus on instead is the future, because that's what actually matters. And I would rather talk about what things are going on from here. Looking ahead, I do see myself streaming more, especially as summer comes around. Summer is usually the best time to grind those videos out because there's more free time, more energy, and honestly just better vibes overall. And I'm planning to be more active and more consistent, and I genuinely mean that. I know I've said that a ton of times, and at the same time, I don't want to sit here and make huge promises that I can't 100% guarantee. And I have done that before, and that's part of the problem. I would say I'm going to stream on a certain day or upload at a certain time, and then I just wouldn't do it. And that's not fair to you guys. Now that I'm officially done with this break though, I really want to make it up to you guys. I know that I've let you down multiple times in saying I was gonna stream and then just not following through. That's on me. You guys have supported me, watched my videos, joined the streams, and stuck around even when I was inconsistent. And I do not take that for granted. So moving forward, I want my actions to speak louder than my words. Instead of constantly announcing streams and then just not doing it, I want to actually show up for them. With all that being said, I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to see on the channel? What games are going crazy right now? What have you been playing that's actually fun? Drop suggestions, send me ideas, and tell me what you're enjoying, and I'll check them out. If something looks interesting, I will stream it, except for Steal a Brain Rot. If it's really good, maybe I'll even turn it into a full video. I want this to feel more interactive instead of just me just guessing what you guys want. At the end of the day, this channel is not just about me, it's about the community that we have built. Your opinions actually matter to me, and I want to make content that we can all enjoy together. That's the whole point. So in conclusion, I am genuinely sorry for this long break. I know I haven't said it enough. I know it was unexpected, and I know it probably got frustrating seeing me disappear. I truly hope to make it up to you guys in the future by being more consistent and more locked in. I'll be streaming more, I'll be trying new things, and I'll be putting real effort back into this. Alright, so that is it for today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, peace. Seriously though, thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching my videos. It means much more than you possibly realize. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.